Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a great start of the weekend so far. And welcome to this new video right here on Solana. We're going to do a full update. We've seen some strong momentum. Now, luckily, the last time I covered Solana, which was, I think, on Friday before we got the major news, right? Because, no, Thursday, my apologies. Thursday, we got the major news. Or it may have been Wednesday, I'm not certain. But in all of my videos, I've said Wednesday, or I've said Thursday. I don't know. But we got major news on Wednesday and Thursday, of course, that cryptocurrencies would be eligible for Americans in their 401k investments, which is great news. And we got a great reaction to that. So since then, we've seen a surge in price for Solana as well. But if you watch my last Solana video, which I'm not certain when that was again, but I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, Thursday as well. We saw that coming, right? I told you in my last Solana video that I thought it was most likely that we would see recovery up higher into that level right here at 175, which we already reached over the course of yesterday. So now I'm here with an update. We reached the price target. We spoke briefly about 180 as well. There still is an imbalance right here at 188. But I think the main thing we have to speak about right now with Solana is not, all right, can we rally up higher? I think it's quite certain after the reclaim that we had with a lot of strength above the yearly rolling VWAP, above the 30-day rolling VWAP, but most importantly, after the news, I think it's most likely that we're going to fill most of the imbalances to the upside, right? So the last imbalance, or at least the last unfilled imbalance that we can easily reach is right here at 188, 187. However, what's also at that level is the range highs, right? And I think the main thing we have to talk about right now regarding Solana is whether we're going to be able to break out above that, all right? Because the fundamentals right now in the markets and the bullish momentum that we're seeing is so large that where initially on Wednesday and Thursday, I said, I think we can get there. I don't think we can break out. Now I have to tell you that I think there's a realistic chance that we are going to be able to break out, right? That Solana is going to be able to break out of this level right here at 190, and that we are going to be able to get to that next price target at 220. All right, that is the main level that we want to see. You can see on the 3-day time frame right here that that's a very strong resistance level. Right here at 190, 185. That's the main level that we're heading towards right now, and I expect that we will hit that level. But the main question is as well, will we be able to break out above that? And that is a very difficult question, right? First of all, would I buy Solana right now? No, right? Because then you're buying into that resistance level. That is not a wise thing to do, I think. But fundamentally, I'm also not certain. I mean, the fundamentals for Solana have not been as good, for example, as the fundamentals of Ethereum. In the middle of July, we had some good fundamentals, but right now we aren't seeing the same strength and same growth in DEX trading volumes as we are seeing with the TVL. And Ethereum does really seem to be taking up all of that momentum and all of that capital. And at this point of time, I think it's too early to say that that's going to change. All right, so then will Solana have enough momentum in August while a lot of altcoin indices are at resistance and there's no specific strength coming into Solana? Is Solana then going to be able to break above 190? The answer is possibly yes, but I think it's not most likely. I think it's most likely at this point of time for Solana, which is basically still what I said in my last video as well, that we are going to be rallying into 190 and 185, but from there we will find resistance. And we will reject back down to 175 and 170. And then if we get a strong reaction there, and if we have some sort of evidence that there's momentum flowing from Ethereum to Solana, then afterwards we can actually break out. But that is something I'll keep you updated on. For now, I think it's most likely we will reject. It's obviously a possibility that I'm wrong and that we are going to break out. And if we do, I will probably buy Solana, right? So I think you should be ready for both scenarios in general. But this is a prediction. You want to know what I think is most likely. I think this is most likely. All right. So short-term bullish, medium-term rejection. Those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.